Welcome to the channel, everyone. Let's get into some videos.
Is everybody tracking that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of brown and black bears guarding the entrance to the Yellowstone National Park? The things that they know that's going on that scientists haven't picked up on yet is wild. The moose and the wolves are also joining in and evading the middle of the national park. So
Okay, who wants to tell her? AI is getting harder and harder to detect in videos. I think it's a good idea if we keep tabs on this.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character, right, because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
Jim Carrey's words really strike home. How many of us are just acting like what we think we are?
I need some serious help. How does one fix this? Like, nothing. It's completely upside down. Like, it's completely upside down. My mouse is all...
Well, ma'am, have you tried flipping the laptop upside down and typing like this?
Everywhere you look, they're gone. The church bells, the Tartarian bells, the towers that once stood in every city, every village. They told us they needed the metal for war. They told us it was for the military. But we know the truth. They didn't just take the bells. They took the frequencies. These weren't just instruments of sound, they were harmonic engines, broadcasting resonance across entire regions, aligning the human body, the Earth's energy, the very rhythm of reality itself. Every ring sent waves through the air, tuning entire cities into balance, synchronizing thought, stabilizing the environment. And then, one by one, they tore them down. Ask yourself, why? Why remove something so central to human civilization for thousands of years? Why erase the sound that connected us to something deeper, something beyond just metal and chimes? Because these weren't just bells. They were tools of power. The Tartarian bell towers were constructed with mathematical precision, designed to emit frequencies that could heal, uplift, and awaken. Some believe they could even influence consciousness itself, but they took them away. They silenced them. And what did they replace them with? Noise, chaos, a world out of tune. We don't just want them back, we need them back. Because the moment we lost those bells, we lost something else, something we can still hear, if we listen closely enough. Experience the power of a 500-year-old recording from an actual Tartarian Zironeth bell tower, a sound that was never meant to be heard again. Play it at least twice a week to restore balance in your life and environment through the forgotten science of sound. Download it now through the link tree on our page.
This device has shown me something very different. So we're just looking at the old world right here, just so you guys can see this. Somebody said that's a proper VR headset. Yeah, that's what that is right there. Like when you look at the pyramid and all the buildings surrounding Egypt, it's completely in shambles because when you look at old stereoscope photos of Egypt, you see giants. That's why a lot of the stuff over in Egypt is all completely destroyed. And they were having wars, right? That's what they told you. They were having wars over, this person was allegedly fighting this person. What they were really doing was blowing up a lot of that stuff so that people couldn't see the old world. For example, when you start to see that everything is just remarkable in the old world, you also begin to understand Egypt too looked a lot like this. And then you start asking questions. For example, if they already have electricity and gas light bulbs and all kinds of technologies that are already here, but stereoscope photos show you something different, and it's truly mind-blowing the more I would go into this, let me get you another one. And I like color, because color kind of gives you a little bit of different way of seeing something. St. Louis World Fair. Check that. Oh, yeah. We were just tossing up buildings.
I find the Tartaria and mud flood subject quite contentious. We know they've been lying to us about history, but to what extent? I find myself more interested in the monolithic structures, such as the pyramids or Baalbek.
Well, there's energy in the air, and that energy can be conducted by a coil into the soil and affect the microorganisms positively, because it establishes an electrical magnetic circuit in the soil, and nature knows how to balance that out. All you have to do is make the antenna. Nature will do the rest. Because there's electricity, there's moisture, there's energy in the air, more energy than we can possibly imagine. Tesla proved that back in 28 when he built and drove a Pierce Arrow car with his nephew. You can go to a hardware place, Home Depot, and ask for wooden dowels. They come in 3-foot lengths, nicely shaped, round. So you can either cut them off or use the entire one. Wrap the coil at the bottom and then spiral it up. I made these ones here, and they've been in the ground now maybe 3 or 4 days. And I say, wow, there's an explosion of greenery here with these. Absolutely amazing. It's crazy.
This man has fascinating views. Is he a crackpot or is he tapping into the ether? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so scared. Blah.
I'm currently experiencing an earthquake on the 27th floor. I might die. Can you see this? Can you see this? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Can you see the pool water coming down? Holy shit! My heart.
Ken ครับ เฮ้ยควันขึ้นอ่ะสายขาดอ่ะดิพี่อย่าไปอยู่ใต้หลังคาดิอย่ามาลงมาเฮียไอสัตว์เอ้ยอุ้ยชิบหายเฮียพี่แล้วคนโคตรเยอะเลยคนอยู่นั้นปานเลยน่ะ
If you find yourself at the top of a high-rise during an earthquake, you might as well just finish your drink.
There was a bizarre sight on an 8th night of protests in Turkey. Among the demonstrators on the street in Antalya, Pikachu, the Pokemon character, was spotted running from Turkish police along with dozens of others. Thousands have already been arrested in the week-long protests to voice their opposition to the arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu.
Can you even imagine how hot that guy must have been in that Pikachu suit running around a protest? I'm sure that's some publicity that Pokemon didn't want.
What the hell?
Wow.
There's a bald eagle on our deck. Does it want to eat Noki?
It wants to, probably.
Wow.
It would if Noki went outside. Oh, she's tagged.
She's tagged.
Yeah, look at her leg.
Could she carry our dog away?
Oh, hell yeah, she could.
Oh. Noki, that bird wants to eat you. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
No.
You're probably right. Do you think it's hurt?
No. Throw her a piece of steak out the other window. See if she'll go after it.
Wow.
Where's my phone? FaceTime somebody.
What a majestic bird. At first, I wasn't sure if an eagle could actually carry a large dog away, so that's why I added that video on the end of a deer being carried away by an eagle.
This is off topic, but what do the dolphins know? I'd like to remind you that the government told us that the aliens are living in the ocean, and they also told us it's illegal to try and interact with a wild dolphin. And I mean interact in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't try and talk to it. Don't try and elicit a response from it. Don't feed it. Don't touch it. Don't nothing. Don't even look at that bitch. Now, they say this is to protect dolphins and humans alike, and I'll buy that because they're wild animals, okay? But why can't I even try to speak to it? Why can't I even just try to elicit out of it? I don't know how dolphins sound. The fuck, they don't understand me and I don't understand them, right? Right? It is a felony to even attempt this behavior. There's even a snitch line for it. Dolphins are too smart. They are self-aware. They have shown signs of empathy because they'll help out other creatures, including human beings. They can communicate amongst themselves in a language that we don't understand at all. It's the clicks and the, you know what I'm saying, those high-pitched noises. Some of them our ears can't even pick up on. They are the second smartest creature on Earth behind us. Do they have a conscience? They live in an environment that we haven't explored 80% of. We don't know 80% of what's down there in that ocean, but you know who does? Dolphins. And we are not allowed to talk to them.
So why do you think they won't let us talk to dolphins? Is it for the protection of their species, or are they hiding something?
So today I was riding down the street and that's when I noticed my neighbor fence laying on the ground. So I decided to replace it completely for free, just because I'm retired, y'all, and I ain't got nothing else better to do. Plus, I'm sure if they could afford to get it done, it would have been dead by now. And I didn't just jump out my truck with a saw and started cutting these people's fence up. I actually knocked on their door to see if this was something they actually wanted me to do, and they was more than excited to tell me yeah when I told them I was gonna do it for free. Now, the person that owned this house is a single mom who have a son to take care of, but the person that answered the door was her mom, and when I asked her about the fence, she said they've been wanting to get it done for like 2 to 3 years now. But every time they get a contractor or someone to come out and look at it, it was well over $6,000 to get it replaced. And we all know with the state the world in right now, $6,000, you might as well say that's $1 million. But the money not the only struggle, y'all, because her mom had an accident like 3 months ago that caused her to completely total her car and caused serious injury to her neck. And if that's not enough, she also lost her husband to cancer like 3 years ago. So y'all know it can only be God that led me to stop by and knock on their door. But y'all want to know what really bothers me the most? The simple fact that we've been lied to about living the American dream. Like, we be working hard, we go to school, we get all these degrees, we put in the hours, we put in everything society tells us to put in, and we could still not be able to afford to take care of our home, take care of ourselves, or even replace things when they get broke. Now, I need somebody to tell me, what job do you have to be able to afford a house, afford a car, be able to take your kids on nice vacations, and not have to work 80 hours a week to do so? Because it's not worth making a whole lot of money if you got to spend time away from your family just to do something that you don't truly love. Like, I would like to see us get to a place where everybody could work like 40 hours a week to be able to purchase a home, take care of your kids, and just to be able to put your family in a nice neighborhood. But I've been talking all this time, y'all, and I really haven't mentioned nothing about the fence, so let me get into that. It cost me like right over $2,000 to do, and that's simply because everything that I use is built to last, so they don't never have to worry about this fence falling over again.
Now that's how you build back better. It's probably going to take some community effort, people helping each other out. You can only imagine what the world would be like if there was more people like him.
Alright guys, so I brought my AI glasses to look at the Hollywood sign. Let's put them on. This is very concerning, but I'm not surprised, right? Shouldn't be surprised because we all know that Hollywood is openly demonic, and these AI glasses really tap into a lot of spiritual stuff. So I mean, this shouldn't be news to anybody, right? I try not to look at, like, crazy things when I'm wearing these because it freaks you out. Alright, let me know where you guys want me to go to next. Or should I get closer? I can get closer.
These are the GCL Rain Neo X2 augmented reality glasses. They are actually really interesting because they're AI powered by the Snapdragon XR2 platform, and they're nice for being in a foreign country where people are speaking Mandarin and it instantly translates what they're saying. And if I'm looking at menus or signs, it's instantly translating that into English as well for me. It also does, navigation, so I can see exactly where I need to go. A really nice detailed map. And right now, the update is specifically for enhanced translation and enhanced AI translation. There are actually a couple of different ways that this thing translates, which is really nice. Like, it even scans somebody's face to really give me a better way of communicating real time with somebody in a
Those AI glasses are wild technology, but they're probably just a small step away from the brain chip. Let me know what you guys think. Would you want to buy a pair?
Okay, another thing that I was not prepared for when moving to Canada is if you ask Canadians how far away something is, they respond in hours, not kilometers or miles. Like if I said, oh, how far away is Calgary? They'd say, oh, it's about 8 hours. Everything's in hours.
It's true. I've been doing it my whole life.
And I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal and they do die. However, in the process, one of them did this. All I remember is that he just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish. And burnt my fingers right off of me, and it was some form of electrical force because the kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt burned all my toenails off of me, completely crispy crittered my left foot, burnt the shoe right off of me. All I remember is the smoking remains, and I'm still conscious, but in and out of, I didn't remember much. And there was a Green Beret that was right behind me that risked his life. In fact, he died. But he risked his life. He shoved me back in the basket and hit the button and took me up. I wouldn't be alive talking to you today if it wasn't for him. I'm forever indebted. He lost his life. 66 Secret Service agents, Green Berets, Black Berets, crack troops lost their lives because the government, our United States government, lied, did not tell us anything about the alien threat. There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious. It's been going on since that time. Since late August of 1979, our military, the Russian military, basically the militaries of the world, have been in constant conflict with the outer space alien.
Oh man, I used to think aliens were real until the government started talking about them. Let's lay out all the facts, because a lot of things came out about those alien mummies that no one's talking about, that could actually prove whether they're actually real or if they've got something else planned for us. So while US Congress talked about non-human biologics, Mexico said, hold my beer, and one-up the states by actually showing these biologics in their hearing. They presented 2 bodies of mummified extraterrestrial beings over 1,000 years old found in a mine in Cusco, Peru. Aliens, like actual aliens, known as the Nazca mummies, and this is the Mexican government, like Congress, officials, all that noise making this announcement. They claim that all governments of the world, including the Pentagon, know about this, and if they say they don't, they're just playing dumb. Led by journalist Jamie Masson, who testified under oath, so if they find out he's lying, he's going to jail. My initial reaction to these was like, come on. I mean, these mummies literally look like a mix between E.T. and those aliens from Men in Black, no? The reason they look like paper mache is because they're allegedly covered with a white substance that preserves and, well, mummifies them. They were found in diatomaceous earth, which is a naturally occurring sedimentary rock that prevents the growth of bacteria and is why these bodies are so well preserved. Upon deeper medical examinations of these bodies, some interesting things came up. To start, they found that these aliens were dripped out with metal rings on their fingers, along with a whole bunch of metal implants within their bodies, made with rare metals like osmium and cadmium, implying that these aliens had advanced knowledge of anatomy and surgical procedures. Studies done by the National Autonomous University of Mexico, which is basically Mexico's MIT, pretty much confirmed these bodies are real, as in they are actual organic beings, but shaped unlike anything else on Earth. This was confirmed by multiple doctors. And what was their final diagnosis? diagnosis. To start, their hands are 45 centimeters long, and they don't even really have hands, just 3 long fingers that connect directly into their arm. They even did x-rays and ultrasounds to confirm they're legit, which would be pretty hard to fake but not impossible, which also showed 3 calcified objects deemed to be eggs or embryos within the alien with intact fallopian tubes, which honestly is even harder to fake, so impressive to see that. These things got 14 circular ribs, similar to a bird, so they're saying this would be a bird reptilian-like creature. A deep concave circular spine, meaning it can expand and contract its neck like a turtle. A significant air pocket in its head, meaning it has room for a complex brain. And it's also got light bones, no teeth, no nasal cavity, so it would likely only consume liquids or mushy fluids like smoothies. Now, the presenter Jamie unveiled a similar alien mummy back in 2015 and was apparently debunked to be a human child, which is low-key kinda twisted. Some articles out there claim the finger bones of these alien mummies are mismatched and the head is actually just a backwards llama skull, but still other doctors absolutely refute that. Engineering a Frankenstein-like human centipede using parts of other animals or even humans to create these mummies would be borderline impossible to pull off. Not just that, but millions of DNA sequencing revealed that 30% of its DNA is of unknown origin and unrelated to anything on Earth. Then they show footage of some more UAPs. Same old here, except now some of these are glowing. Going on to show alien-like cave paintings in Peru, and to be fair, Peru has quite some interesting ancient sites like Sacsayhuaman, complex of giant boulders, which they still have no idea how they were built to this day. But this isn't the first time the Mexican government came out with alien claims. Back in 2012, they revealed these Mayan discs they dug up from an ancient site claimed to be over 1300 years old, which famed physicist Nassim Haramein even gave a presentation on. They feature clear depictions of aliens and UFOs, but I don't know. This one seems a little sketch to me, like they just gave a kid a crayon and told him to draw aliens. There's a bunch more of these ancient stone tablets that feature blatant alien imagery from Mayan sites. Could be real, but they're in serious question. What truly does tickle my brain is the proposed age. These aliens are from the year 1000 AD, which would mean they've been around us for quite a while. Just look at all these ancient hieroglyphs, cave paintings, some of which date back up to 15,000 years old, Renaissance art, and artifacts featuring UFOs and beings with bauble-shaped heads. Look familiar to you? Now, this is all mostly according to DNA testing done by Mexican labs and universities, so we're taking their word for it. And of course, fact checkers and media are now claiming hoax left and right to calm the public down. But I think you know what it means when every major news source starts saying the same thing, with smaller voices on the internet claiming they've been told by first-hand sources that these bodies are very real. And the amount of detail in the scans of the eggs and the bones are simply impossible to fake. Possibly belonging not to otherworldly aliens, but an ancient subterranean civilization that has remained hidden for a very, very long time. But I don't know, they could be fake. And realistically, would the US confirming the Nazca mummies are real change things for you, or would it just make you doubt them even more? Or are all world governments colluding to pull off the greatest public deception in history? Haha, no, of course not. Why would they ever do that?
Bill Schneider's account of deep underground military bases housing aliens, it's a very intriguing story. Is he just a government shill pushing the fake alien agenda? Or was he telling the truth? It's probably good to keep an open mind on such things. Who knows where these unidentified objects, creatures, ships come from? I suppose it all depends on your paradigm.
Paul just got a new hoodie and everybody's roasting him really hard for it. Can you just tell him he looks very handsome?
You look fabulous in your pink sweater. Don't listen to them. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming. Bye.